Hello, and welcome back to Spacer Laces. I'm your host, Jeff Meyer. Got a lot on the plate today, but first and foremost, I want to apologize for last week's video. The sound wasn't very good. There's a lot of cracking, popping. It got too loud, excitement, too excited. It's Penn State hate week. It was Michigan versus Penn State. I got into it, got loud, ran it up. But this week's going to be a lot calmer, especially after that horrible defeat Michigan took. It was bad, but we're going to get to that later. But just as always, guys, check us out. Instagram, Twitter. A lot of the Southbound Sports family are going to games the next couple weeks. I know we had some of the Southbound Sports family at the Kansas City Chiefs game, Steelers Chiefs game. Took some videos, pictures, got that up on Instagram. Also, we're about to post some pictures and videos from last week's Steelers Bengals game. We had some people that attended the game last week. But also, part of the Southbound Sports family in the next couple weeks is going to Hawaii, which is a pretty cool experience. I'm actually attending the trip, going to see one of our high school friends who's stationed in Hawaii. He's a Navy diver, so we're going out there, have some fun. We're going to stay with him, his wife, and I think he has two fellow Navy divers he lives with, two roommates. So it should be a good time. Going to go experience that. I mean, I'm looking forward to a break from work, some nice vacation, nice weather. Really excited. It should be a lot of fun. And also try to, see some different events, take some pictures, take some videos for Southbound Sports. Going to try to hit up Pearl Harbor on Veterans Day. I'm really excited for that. That's going to be something to see. I know my parents, when they went on their honeymoon many, many years ago at this point, they visited Pearl Harbor and they said, listen, you have to go. It's one of those, sites that you have to see in your lifetime. So I'm going to try to go there on Veterans Day. I'm sure it'll be a breathtaking, very moving experience. So, but yeah, let's get into it today. First, I want to start off with light him up. Martavis Bryant. I feel like I'm going to be lighting him up every week until he either gets his shit together or the Steelers get rid of him. This is unbelievable. Apparently, this week he's been on the practice squad because Mike Tomlin's had enough of his shenanigans and demoted him the whole way down the practice squad. So hopefully he's a practice squad hero, going hard in the paint this week. I don't know what's going on. He wants traded. He wants out of Pittsburgh. He isn't happy. But if you're the Steelers, looking at it for the better of the team, you can't really trade him right now. He has no trade value. What are you going to get, a 4th or 5th round pick for him? Unfortunately, hate to say it, that's not the caliber of a pick or a trade you want from Martavis Bryant. Because at the end of the day, he's a high talented player. You can definitely utilize him in different situations that a lot of players can't be utilized with his speed and athleticism. But unfortunately, this year, he hasn't done shit for the Steelers. So he's kind of dead weight right now. You can't trade him. You're not going to get much for him. And he's kind of bringing down the team, ruining the locker room. I don't know. It's a bad situation. There's speculation whether he has psychological problems. I know he had saw professional help for depression before. You don't want to see anyone in those situations. That's obviously bad, but as a football fan, as a football person, he's bringing the team down. And I hope it's not like personal issues like depression that's causing him to do these, outlandish things and be, basically a cancer to the team. But there's something wrong there. Something's going on. He needs to either, seek and see more professional help, or the Steelers are going to have to cut their losses somehow in the next, couple of weeks, because he's really bringing down the locker room. But talking about that Steelers locker room, to brighten it up here, because I had to light up Martavis Bryant a little bit, JuJu Smith-Schuster. God, JuJu might be my favorite Steeler at this point. Like, AB's always been my boy. Obviously, Bell, can't get wrong with him. He's a beast on the field. But JuJu Smith-Schuster might be better off the field than he is on the field right now, which, I mean, that's not a knock at him, because he's great young talents, playing really well for the Steelers, bringing them an extra dimension to the team, a little bit of youth and enthusiasm, which is always good for a team, especially a team like the Steelers, where it's kind of weird because there for a while we were an older team, but we got a lot of young guys now, a lot of young talent. That defense, man, the Steelers is fast and ferocious. But we're going to get more in the Steelers later when we get the NFL part, but I just want to mention JuJu Smith-Schuster. As bad as Bryant's been for the locker room, JuJu Smith-Schuster has been a bright spot in the Steelers. And it's kind of funny this week, the first time the Steelers has acted as a team and came together for camaraderie has been JuJu Smith-Schuster. I'm laughing, and I don't want to laugh, but it's so funny, his videos. His bike got stolen this week. The whole team was sending out video Snapchats asking for his bike back. AB even went hey, here's 2 tickets to Steeler game, like bring his bike back. And I'm laughing and giggling because it's unbelievable now that, I'm a real adult, I'd say, at this point in my life, have a career, professional, out of college. The dude's 20 years old. He's still, he's only a couple years younger than me, but he's just really fun. He curved, what's her name? Mila, whatever, the one porn star, curved her on Twitter. It was so funny. He's like, nah, hey, I'm young, but I ain't dumb. So it's just it's really fun. I follow him, on social media platforms. He's been playing really well for the Steelers. He's been blocking, catching, doing the little things right. So that's nice to see your second-round pick out of USC doing some good things for the Steelers, early in his, young career, which it's looking like he might be, sticking around for the Steelers for quite a while if he keeps playing well and keeps doing the right things. But also, part of the Light 'em Up segment today, have to do it. I don't want to. Got to light up the Michigan defense. As you can see, I'm not wearing any Michigan stuff this week, and I'm really not going to talk too much shit on Penn State because that Penn State team took it to Michigan last week. Now, as a football fan, I'm biased. If you guys watch the show at all, I hate Penn State, hate the Penn State cult. Sorry, I just do. Grew up in Western PA. Grew up a Michigan fan, went to Pitt. Sorry, I'm a Pitt, Michigan dude. But, I'm also wearing a Georgia hat right now, so I love all schools. Georgia's, right now, out of all the teams I follow, undefeated on a crash course with Alabama for the SEC championship. But getting back to the important part here when I'm lighting up the Michigan's defense, Saquon Barkley. I always want to call him Sharkon. Saquon Barkley. Man, he had a game. That dude can play. He's easily number one right now for the Heisman. If he doesn't win the Heisman this year, there's something wrong. He either is going to have to, unfortunately, get injured or just shit the bed for the rest of the year because he's winning the Heisman. He had a hell of a game against Michigan, but until halftime, at one point it was 14-13 Penn State. Michigan started flipping the script. You could feel it in the room. I was watching the game. You could feel it. Wow, Michigan's pulling back. All right, they're taking the momentum back. And college football momentum is everything. And you felt like at that point in the game, Michigan started bringing back the intensity to their side of the field. And Penn State goes down, scores right before half, and all the momentum's gone. And then the second half, it was a Saquon Barkley show, and he put it up. I think in the game, the final score ended up being 42-13. It was ugly. John O'Corn, not a real quarterback. I'm sorry. You might be a quarterback at a lower level, but at the big D1 caliber, Big Ten football, you're just not hacking it. And it's unfortunate. Played against him in high school. He used to wrestle one of my good friends growing up. Nice kid, nice family, but unfortunately, man, you just can't hack in Division I football at Michigan. And we expect greatness. Michigan, held to the victor. It's not cutting it. With Jim Harbaugh as a coach, we're expecting national championships in Michigan, and right now we can't be losing to Penn State, Michigan State, and the way things are going now, probably going to lose to Ohio State. So probably going to get, swept by your main opponents, your hated rivals. Sucks, man. So light them up this week. Michigan's defense, come on. Barkley ripped you guys a new asshole. It was bad. I was embarrassed watching. Started getting pissed. I started acting like a 12-year-old. Sports really does it to me. And I, tweeted some things not proud of, but hey, someone had to say it. Penn State cult. Sorry you guys don't like it. But with bringing up the Michigan's defense, we're going to roll right into college football now. And my big matchup of the week, living in Morgantown, West Virginia, it's a home game. WVU is hosting Oklahoma State. WVU is currently number 22 in the country, and Oklahoma State is 11. WVU is a 7.5-point favorite at home, Halloween weekend. The student section is going to be bonkers. It is going to be one hell of an atmosphere down here in West Virginia. And apparently, I don't know all the details, but it's going to put this out here, break this a little bit. It looks like Dustin Lynch is playing a free concert tomorrow night in Morgantown, Friday night, for some kind of Victoria's Secret pink contest win. I don't really know the details. I just, through the grapevine, heard that in 2013, I believe, they won something. Pink came, decorated an entire sorority house in Victoria's Secret pink stuff, and Drake came for a free concert, which is ballin'. That's awesome. But apparently this year they won again. I saw Snapchats, drove past downtown. There's a sorority house completely filled with Victoria's Secret pink. Looks awesome, looks cool. Apparently Dustin Lynch is going to have a free concert down here tomorrow night. So you got Dustin Lynch concert here tomorrow night in Morgantown, West Virginia. You have a big game against Oklahoma State, sitting at number 11 in the country. You're a 7.5-point underdog. It's Halloween weekend. This place is going to be popping this weekend. It is going to be fun in Morgantown. If WVU wins, dude, they might start burning couches again down here. That's the one thing they used to do, but they outlawed it. It's against the law now, but hey, it's Halloween weekend, and WVU is a big home game win. Ooh, there's going to be people arrested for burning couches this weekend, I think. So it's going to be excited how it all pans out. But that's my game of the week. I'm gonna go through some college betting, some NFL betting. I'm gonna be betting hard on WVU 7.5 at home. Greer's been playing well. I like the WVU's team. They're fast, they're athletic. The only problem is their defense sucks. They can't stop the run. They can't stop anyone on defense. But as you can tell, if you watch any WVU games this year, they can put some points up. So hopefully this week they can just put up a few more points in Oklahoma State and squeeze out a home victory, because I'm taking them plus 7.5. Now, next game I was looking at, Florida-Georgia. Got my Georgia Bulldog hat on. Unfortunately, me and a couple of friends were supposed to go down to a Georgia game this year. We're going to go down to Georgia, Kentucky. But now with the Hawaii trip with a couple of my friends and a couple of the members of the Southbound Sports family, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to Georgia, Kentucky now, which sucks. Really was looking forward to that. A couple of our friends from back home, we all have this like little inside joke kind of fandom, I think is the terminology for Georgia. Being a Bulldogs fan, it all goes back to spring break. A couple years ago, we went down to Panama City, and we were Georgia Bulldogs fans for a week. We were Georgia students. In college, you like to fuck around and not tell the entire truth or whatever. So we were Georgia students for a week, which is kind of cool. So now we just support them and kind of our little inside joke and stuff. So, but Georgia's minus 14.5 at Florida. I think Georgia has this year. I'm going to take them minus 14 at Florida. Usually don't bet against Florida at home, but Florida hasn't been that good this year. Michigan beat up on them early in the year. They lost a couple games. I think Florida's 3-3. Could be wrong. Don't know off the top of my head, but I'm going to take Georgia in that game. Then the upset of the week for me in college football, Iowa State plays at home to TCU. Iowa State's now 25 in the country against number 4 TCU. I think TCU is legit. They've been putting points up on everyone. They've been playing well this year. But Iowa State, they've been looking pretty good. They've got some good victories under their belt. They're at home. They're plus 7. I'm going to be betting on Iowa State this weekend. And I'm going to put TCU on upset alert. I think they're the team this week that needs to be on upset alert. At number 4 in the country, on the road, at Iowa State. TCU better come to play, or they're going to be knocked down a peg or two in the old standings if they lose at Iowa State. But talking about another possible upset, this one isn't really that big of an upset. Notre Dame, though, better be on upset alert as well, because they're playing home against NC State, and NC State's been playing really well this year. They almost knocked off Clemson last year and prevent them going to the national championship. NC State's been good. I know Richie is down there. He's been covering them because he lives, he works at NC State and lives down there. But I think Notre Dame's going to win, but minus 7.5 at home. I'd be leaning towards NC State if you're going to bet on anyone this week in that game. I'd probably take NC State plus 7.5 at Notre Dame. I know Notre Dame's, South Bend's a hard place to play, but Notre Dame's 9, NC State's 14. It's going to be a close game. I think Notre Dame's the truth this year. I think they're good. I think they'll win, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread. So I'd be betting on the spread for NC State plus 7.5 on the road. And then we have to talk about the big game of the week. Number 6, Ohio State University is hosting the Penn State Nittany Lions at number 2. Ohio State is a 6.5-point favorite at home, being the number 6 team in the country versus the number 2. And you know what that tells me? That tells me a lot of very, very smart individuals don't think Penn State's very good. I know, I know Ohio State's the home team. Home team always gets points in their favor, especially in college. Home teams have such an advantage over other teams, but Penn State being number 2 in the country, they have to be the favorite. So there's a lot of important people in Vegas, apparently all over the country, who don't think Penn State's very good. So being a betting man, fuck it, I'm gonna take it. OSU minus 6.5. There it is. Taking Ohio State at home. I hate Penn State, but if you're a smart better out there, I'd probably take Penn State plus 6.5. They're a pretty damn good team, but you know what? I don't care what you should do. I don't care what's supposed to happen. I'm gonna take OSU minus 6.5. Lock it up. That's my lock of the week. OSU covered 6.5. I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot next week when Penn State beats Ohio State by 30 like they did to Michigan. But you know what? It is what it is. Props to Penn State. Penn State played. We'll get into this now. Props to Penn State last weekend. I'm sorry. I'm a hater. I can eat crow when I need to. Penn State looked damn good. James Franklin, hate him. Don't think he's a good coach, but hey, he's a hell of a recruiter. But he did look like a pretty damn good coach against Michigan, though. He came out second half, made some adjustments. And first off, a lot of people don't know college NFL football. You come out with a script when you start games. Defense, offense, you have pretty much a 20-play script you go through. Penn State had the right script against Michigan last week. Penn State came out, scored their first 2 opening drives, just like it's scripted. Literally, that's the purpose of a script. They came out, saw weaknesses in film, took advantage of it. And you know what? That's a mark of a good team. It's a mark of a good coach. Those words, literally, I felt the vomit come up in my mouth talking good things about Penn State. But you know what? They're a damn good team this year. They're probably going to win the Big Ten. They're probably going to make the playoffs, and I hate to say it. I hate to admit it. But this week, with that being said, I'm taking OSU, probably just because I'm an asshole, and I want to see OSU knock off Penn State. But in all seriousness, Penn State's probably going to win this week. But me, being an asshole, being biased, not giving a fuck about Penn State, I'm taking Ohio State. Lock it up. Minus 6.5, lock it up. Talking about locking it up, though, Todd Graham has actually stayed at a place and been locked down at Arizona State now for over 5 years, which blows my mind. Because I played for him at Pitt. He came in, came out, came in as quick as, he left as quick as he came in. So he got a big win against Washington. I watched that. It was, what do they call it, the Pac-12 at night thing? I don't know. They have that hashtag or whatever. But I watched that game, Arizona State versus Washington. Good game. Arizona State is a good team. They're 4-3 right now, but their record does not show how talented they are. That team is fast. Hate Todd Graham, but he's a pretty damn good coach. That defense is fast. The quarterback's athletic. They're playing USC at home, or Arizona State's at home against USC. USC is 21 in the country now. They obviously got whacked by Notre Dame. But Arizona State's plus 3.5. I'm taking Arizona State. I think this is going to be another upset this week that I want to call on the show. I'm going to lock it up. Arizona State plus 3.5 against USC. And then just because I have to mention also in college, Pitt is home, minus 3 against Virginia. Virginia has a way better record than Pitt. I honestly, if I'm a betting person, I'd probably take Virginia. I think that's the move this week, to take Virginia. I hope Pitt wins. I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck this Pitt team is this year. I don't even know what to think of them. But they're playing Virginia. They're at home. Now, in college, talking about the Penn State haters, you'd think that playing at home is a huge advantage. Well, when you play at Heinz Field, you have about 20,000 people come to watch a college football game. They don't really have a home crowd. They don't really have that home crowd advantage, that home advantage. So, I don't know. I think Virginia will win. Hopefully Pitt does. And then Michigan is minus 24 against Rutgers at home. Michigan's going to win. I'm not even taking a game. I'll take money line, but you can't take a money line on this game. But if I could, I'd take money line Michigan, but I don't like that point spread. Michigan can't score points on offense. They didn't play very well. Was it against Indiana? Can't remember off the top of my head. It was a couple weeks ago before the Penn State game. Just love Michigan, love Jim Harbaugh, but it's not their year. So that's enough college. Now I want to jump into the NFL. Right in the old wheelhouse here. So last week, I picked the spreads in the NFL, who I thought was going to win. who I thought was going to cover the spread. I was 7, 6, and 2. Not bad betting. Hey, whenever you have more wins than losses, that's a good thing. And push is always going to win, so you can't lose money on a push. I had 2 pushes, 7 wins, 6 losses. So take that. 7 and 6 last week with 2 pushes. This week we're going to go around the horn here. I'm going to talk, about a couple games, the spreads I'm taking. But first we're going to start with Ravens -3 at home against the Dolphins. Jay Cutler's not playing this weekend. He has broken, partially bruised ribs. I don't know all the details on that. But apparently, Jay Cutler now is like Marilyn Manson. The Niners can suck his own dick. That's the word on the street. I'm not sure if that's a real thing or not, but that's just what I hear. Maybe Jay Cutler will be trying to jerk himself off, smoking a cigarette on the sideline this weekend. I'm not sure, but I'm going to take the Ravens -3 against the Dolphins. Yeah, so Jay Cutler is the new Marilyn Manson, apparently. That's how my head works. So I'll take the Ravens -3 against the Dolphins. The Lions are +3 at home against the Steelers. I'll take the Steelers. After the last 2 weeks, playing the Chiefs, playing the Bengals, been playing well. Offense is starting to click a little bit. Martavis Bryant still trying to bring them down, trying to cause problems in the locker room. But hey, the Steelers help find JuJu Smith-Schuster's bike. I think they roll through. I think they're going to roll in, maybe on JuJu Smith-Schuster's bike. Wow, that's a hard name to say quickly. JuJu Smith-Schuster. They're going to roll on his bike to Detroit. The Steelers are going to get it done in Detroit. They're going to cover the spread -3. I'm taking the Steelers. Then we roll into the Browns-Vikings. Browns still haven't won a game this year. Don't know who's playing quarterback. I don't know who's going to play quarterback for the Vikings either. So the Browns are +9.5 at home. I don't think they win this game, but just like last week, they're going to play a tough game against a team who doesn't really have a quarterback either. I'll take the Browns +9.5 at home. Gotta love home dogs, so I'll take the Browns against the Vikings at home. I guess Case Keenum's playing for the Vikings this week. Not sure, but I know Teddy Bridgewater's coming back soon, and Teddy Bridgewater will be the quarterback as soon as he comes back. Because Sam Bradford apparently doesn't have knees anymore. So I'll take the Browns at home, +9.5 against the Vikings. Then the Bills, -2.5 against the Raiders at home. Bills have been a good team this year, good team to bet on, but I'm going to take the Raiders +2.5 in Buffalo. That's kind of scary. If Marshawn Lynch was playing, I'd feel a little bit more confident, but Derek Carr is playing, so I'll take the Raiders +2.5 at Buffalo. Then the Bengals are -10.5 against the Colts at home. Bengals bounce back. The Colts are awful. They aren't winning many games the rest of the year. 10.5 kind of scares me because you don't know what Andy Dalton's going to show up. Whether it's the red rifle or the red BB gun or red rocket. I heard someone call him. I can't remember. I saw that. Oh God! Some announcer accidentally called him the red rocket instead of the red rifle. So hey, hell, maybe Andy Dalton this weekend will be the red rocket and they'll win some games. I don't know, but I'll take the red rocket, red rifle, red BB gun, whatever the hell he is, that ginger. I'll take it -10.5 at home against the Colts. Patriots, -7.5 against the Chargers. -7 against the Chargers at home at Foxborough. I'm going to have the Patriots covering the spread. Chargers, this year in the NFL is very, very unpredictable. It's been tough. I mean, Phillip Rivers is a damn good quarterback, but him and Melvin Gordon, pretty solid, but I don't know anything about that defense. Patriots defense, I know for a fact, fucking blows this year. They just lost Hightower. Just saw that is breaking. He tore his pec. He's out for the rest of the year. That defense is going to be reeling. I don't know. I thought the Steelers and the Patriots were on a crash course for an AFC Championship rematch this year. But if they can't, Bill Belichick can't, cheat or, grab into his bag of tricks here, I don't think the Patriots getting back to the AFC Championship. That defense is god-awful. But with that being said, that's the same defense that fucking destroyed the Atlanta Falcons last weekend. And the Atlanta Falcons are a good team. So I don't know. I just know through 6 games or whatever, the Patriots defense looked like dog shit. They go out, they whoop up on the Falcons. Now Hightower's hurt. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what Tom Brady and them are doing up there. But I'm going to tell you this, they're going to win by more than 7 against the Chargers this week at home. Saints, Bears. I've been on a Bears kick. Mike Trubisky. Yeah, Mike. Now he's not Michael to me. Mitchell Trubisky is my quarterback of the future, even though I'm not a Bears fan. But the Saints are -9 at home against the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears +9. Drew Brees really slings that rock, but I think the Bears will do enough to keep it within 9 points. I think the Saints are going to win that game pretty easily, but see, that's what's weird. Like, pretty easily. You think, like, I'm talking all this shit right now. I'm like, oh, yeah, the Bears are going to cover +9, but the Saints will win pretty easily. In the NFL, you can control an entire game, dominate a game, win by 6 points. That's how the NFL works. They're professionals. I easily see the Saints winning by 6, 7 points, but I don't see them winning by 10, and that's what they're going to need to do to cover the spread against the Bears. So I'm going to take the Bears in New Orleans, and then talk about another team, talking about those Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons -5 at the Jets. The Falcons need the rebound now. That division's getting a lot closer than I thought it would this year. The Saints are marching on again. The Panthers are on a hot streak, and then Cam Newton just lays a fucking egg last week against the Bears. So that's another reason why I feel good against the Bears. Cam Newton laid an egg against the fucking Bears, scored 3 points, I believe, if I'm correct. But the Falcons need the pony up here, need to cowboy up a little bit, because if they don't, they're going to let this division slip through their hands. They're going to let the NFC South slip through their hands. Going into the season, I thought the Falcons, Cardinals, Packers, they were your premier teams to make a run deep into the NFC playoffs. But the Packers now don't have Aaron Rodgers anymore. It's not Aaron Rodgers' revenge year. It's now Aaron Rodgers' regret year. Broken collarbone, Olivia Munn out of his life, no girlfriend, no football. That's no fun for Aaron Rodgers. So, and then the Falcons haven't been playing that well. The Cardinals, Carson Palmer goes down again. If there's one guy I want to succeed, I don't know why, because he was a Bengal for how many years. I just want Carson Palmer to be healthy. Probably just because I want Larry Fitzgerald to finally win a Super Bowl. But you bring in AP, things are looking good, and fucking Carson Palmer goes down. Now, the Seahawks and Rams are guaranteed either one of them two are going to win that division, and whoever doesn't win that division is probably going to make the playoffs as the wild card. So the Cardinals are fucking done. The Packers are looking like they're fucking done. And then the Falcons, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Falcons, but Matt Ryan needs to get that fucking team together. That defense is young and fast, and they better start fucking playing like it. They didn't play like it in New England. But, man, getting my rant on. But then talking about another young team, the Eagles, -12.5 against the 49ers. Lock that fucking up. Lock it up. There's another fucking lock for the week for me. Eagles are going to cover that spread against the 49ers. The once prominent 49ers, one of them, the NFL's premier franchises, is fucking garbage now. Fucking dog shit. They literally, the ghost of Jerry Rice is all over that fucking... They get a new, they don't play in Candlestick anymore. Got a new stadium. Beautiful stadium. You don't got fans showing up. You don't got Jerry Rice anymore. You don't got Steve Young anymore. You don't got Joe Montana. The ghost of Jerry Rice is all over fucking that place. He's still thinking they play in Candlestick, even though he's still alive. I don't know why I'm saying the ghost of Jerry Rice. But the 49ers are fucking pathetic. The 49ers have the curse of fucking Colin Kaepernick. I'm blaming everything on Colin Kaepernick. You heard it here first. The 49ers fucking blow because Colin Kaepernick is a douchebag. And he's a shitty quarterback. There it is. But you know what? I hope Colin Kaepernick gets you know what? He's a shitty person, a shitty quarterback. Guess what? I hope he plays in the NFL again. I hope he does. Because he's just going to prove everyone right, including myself, and he's going to fail. He's not a good quarterback. The reason why he succeeded early coming out for the 49ers is because it was a couple years ago when the run gun thing was just becoming a thing again. They were going spread, high tempo, and doing the zone read stuff. And guess what? He was fucking good at it. But guess what? He's not a pro-style quarterback. He can't play in the NFL only throwing the ball. What made him so dangerous years ago is because he could run and throw at the same time. And he could run really well, but he could throw kind of okay. But now, he can't run anymore, and he can't throw very well. So guess what? He's not a good quarterback. But you know what? I hope he gets a shot. Fuck it. I want to see him in the league. I want to see some buzz on the TV. I want to see people keep talking about it in the media every day. Like, oh, Colin Kaepernick get a chance to play in the NFL. I hope he does. Fuck it. Let's go. I'm in. I'm going to sign a petition. I'm going to get a petition going. Get Colin Kaepernick back in the NFL just so I could see him throw some picks, baby. Make it exciting. I mean, you got all these other bum quarterbacks in the league right now. It is bad. There's so many stars who got hurt in the NFL this year. So many good players, good guys. let's bring all the bums back. You know what? I want to see Don McNabb come back. Let's put him out there. Brett Favre. Why is Brett Hundley playing for the Packers? Let's call up Brett Favre. He's going to sling some dick pics, sling some footballs around. Maybe call up Donald Driver. Get a little old school out there. Maybe get the Packers some wins because Aaron Rodgers is out for the entire year. He's not coming back. Packers are not going to win enough games for them to be in a position for Aaron Rodgers to come back and lead them to a Super Bowl. Not going to happen. I'm going to count the Packers out this year. It might sound like a dumbass in 2 months when Aaron Rodgers comes back and gets them into the playoffs. But you know what? I'm counting them out now. They're not going to have enough to get to the playoffs. So call up Brett Favre. You'll sell a hell of a lot of tickets in Lambeau. And, hey, he might even sling some dick pics for free out there. You never know. Slinging pics, slinging dick pics. Brett Favre, love him. Childhood hero. Talking so much shit over, yeah, childhood hero. Literally wrote oh God, I forget what it's called. I'm going to sound like a fucking idiot right now. No, autobiography. Bibliography. I think that's the one. Yeah, bibliography. I think I did that in like 4th grade on Brett Favre. God, college educated right here. Don't even know the difference between all those. It's not an autobiography. I almost said that, but I know that's not the case. God damn. I think that would be about myself, right? Yeah, not Brett Favre. But getting back on track, went on a fucking silly rant there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sound like a fucking idiot. But then the Buccaneers are minus 2.5 against the Panthers. I think we got Scam Newton back for a little bit. I think we got Scam Newton back in. So with that being said, I'll take Jameis Winston wincing all over the field. Hopefully doesn't throw in enough picks for the Panthers to win, but I'll take them minus 2.5 at home against the Panthers. Seahawks minus 5.5 at home. There's the important thing. Put a little asterisk there. At home against the Texans. I'm taking the Seahawks at the Hawks' nest. 12th man's going to be excited up. Deshaun Watson is not going to know what the fuck's going on. Like, it's going to be like playing the Seahawks. How do I want to put this? So, him playing at Seattle is, in my opinion, a little more high pressure than playing the national championship in college. I mean, obviously, the college, national championship is a big fucking deal, and he won that thing, so maybe he won't be shook, but when you're in the NFL professionals, the game's a little faster, a little tougher. I don't know if he's going to win at Seattle. So I'll take Seattle minus 5.5 to cover because I don't think Deshaun Watson's ready for this game. Like, there's a lot of great NFL quarterbacks, a lot of professionals, been around the business a long time. They go to Seattle and they play like shit. So I'm going to expect a rookie quarterback not to have that good of a time in Seattle. He's going up for business, and he's not going to have any fun. It's going to be a bad business trip for him. So I'm going to take the Seahawks, like I said, minus 5.5. And the Redskins, plus 2 against the Cowboys in D.C. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to take Nick's favorite team, the Cowboys Gurus team. He hasn't been talking a lot this week, so I think he's scared. I think he's scared of this matchup, but I got his back. I'm going to take the Cowboys. As long as Zeke's on the field, Dak and Dez, I think they got a shot. They're a pretty good team. I don't think they have a defense either, but I'm going to take the Cowboys against the Redskins. And then the Monday night game, this one I tore over a lot because I think the Chiefs are going to win, but they're at home at Arrowhead against the Broncos. Monday Night Football. Chiefs are minus 7. I think that spread's a little too high, so I'm going to take the Broncos plus 7. The Broncos just got their fucking ass kicked against the Chargers. Literally got shut out. I don't think they get shut out again. I think they play well, the rebound. That defense is very, very good. I think the Chiefs might go on a little slide here since losing the Steelers. So I'll take the Broncos plus 7. But that's all I got for the NFL. Went on some crazy rants today. Talked a lot of shit, but as far as the NFL is concerned, I really like where the Steelers are at this point in the year. 2 losses, I believe now that they're 5-2. Yeah, they're 5-2 after beating the Bengals. Get a win this week at Detroit. Then week 9 will be a bye. Gotta love it. If they can go 6-2 in your bye week, you're sitting pretty fucking good to win the AFC North, especially when you have wins against the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Browns. You've won every game in your division so far, so I like your chances. And the Steelers, JuJu Smith-Schuster now has his bike back. So JuJu Smith-Schuster is on that beat. Juju on that beat. So hopefully it's a big game. He's got his bike back. Hell, he might have a historic day in Detroit this week. He's excited, got his bike back. The team's rallying around him. Young, young, enthusiastic receiver out of USC. But had a lot of fun on the podcast today. Spacer Laces, Jeff Meyer. Check us out, YouTube. Now on Apple Music, Stitcher, Instagram, Twitter. Check us all out. Listen, leave some voicemails. Voicemail is 1-412-330-1512. Hit us up. DM us on Southbound Sports on Twitter. Give us some content. Love to have some people on the show here in the near future. This is the first season, Southbound Sports has been active in the football, the football season. So hopefully we get some guests. I know I'm personally going to Hawaii in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to take a lot of pictures, try to get some more things on Instagram for Southbound Sports. But it's been fun. Check out the big show Tuesday nights. It's been fun. It's been real, but it has been real good. This is Jeff Meyer, Spacer Laces, signing out.